Good afternoon, Southwest Florida. Welcome to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports, brought to you by Mary Brown's Diner, located on Placido Road in Englewood, home of the Big Mary Chicken Sandwich. Made fresh, never frozen. They plucked the chicken right there in the parking lot. I swear it's that fresh. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all having a good time, getting ready to talk some sports. Joining me live in studio, I get to take my medicine today, I guess you could say. Justin J Bliss in studio, performing at Vasani's all weekend long with Quinn Dale. For tickets, just log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191. Bliss, you're a big Eagles fan.
Huge Eagles
fan. You're tearing apart every single person on Facebook that's ever said anything negative about the Philadelphia Eagles.
So let me explain to you my level of pettiness. So I've taken note of everybody that says something negative about my Eagles, like from the time we even were good. You know what I mean? And
your microphone sucks.
I know.
Let's go with this one.
Try that one here.
Yeah.
Move over some. All right, we got this one here.
There,
right,
a lot better, a lot better.
So I've taken note for anybody that said anything negatively about my Eagles from the time my team was even relevant. So I dealt with Dallas Cowboy fans, Redskins fans, or whatever. So I'm on day 25 of 365 of anybody that had anything slick to say about my Eagles. And I just bring somebody in, I tag them, and I talk about the things that they said to me in the past. And they don't have an argument at this point. They have to take their medicine. So today, you get a live version, even though you haven't been tagged yet. But be careful what you say today, because you might be number 26 tomorrow.
I know. Well, I thought it was coming, to be honest with you, because I've said a lot of negative things about the Eagles over my lifetime.
Indeed.
They are my number one hated team.
But why?
Why? It goes back to Buddy Ryan for me.
Yeah, okay.
All right, when he was putting bounties on my punter. That's when I started developing a hate for the Eagles.
Right.
No, don't get me wrong. I liked the Eagles before Buddy Ryan. Seth Joyner, Reggie White, Randall Cunningham is one of the most exciting quarterbacks I've ever seen play.
Right.
You know, I loved watching these guys. But when they played the the Cowboys, they played dirty. Yeah. They took cheap shots. Right. They talked a lot of trash.
Right.
I was born to hate the Eagles.
So do you know why Buddy Ryan had the real big beef with Tom Landry? Was the strike year.
Okay, no.
So they had the strike year. They had the strike year, and the Cowboys didn't have many scab players. They had people that crossed the line. So they had regular players playing against the Eagles scabs. Yeah. And Landry ran up the score.
Nice.
In that game. Yeah, you say nice, right? So when the strike was over and the Eagles played the Cowboys the second game and we had our regular players, we ran up the score and tried to hurt people because he was still mad about that. So Buddy Ryan was always like, screw the Cowboys. And that's where it got worse. Like, that's when the rivalry got worse.
Well, I remember Aikman talking about it. They put a bounty on a bunch of players. It's like, well, you can't do that now. Bounty gate.
Right. Absolutely.
Buddy Ryan got away with a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, he started. I mean, he was perfect for what the Eagles was all about. So,
and plus, the Eagles fans, y'all earned a name for yourselves as being kind of rowdy.
I mean, it's
just a little bit,
kind of like what Jason Kelsey says. If I don't have my breakfast in the morning, I'll be pissed off too. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I mean, we've been starving for a championship. Yeah. That's the only thing we wanted was a championship. Yeah. Just give us one Super Bowl.
But that's even before the Super Bowl victory, you guys were still right up there with one of the most obnoxious fan bases in the history of sports.
More obnoxious than the Cowboys fans? Come on, man.
Right up there with the Patriots?
No. Patriots is a different type of obnoxious. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing is, as a Cowboys fan, it's so obnoxious because the only thing that I would hear from Cowboys fan growing up was, how many Super Bowls do you have? Yeah. That's the first thing they know. As soon as they know you're an Eagles fan, that's the first question that comes out of their mouth. Right. So
we like to do this. Give me high five, 5 rings.
Right, exactly. But here's the thing, and this is what I say about all Cowboys fans. Yeah. It's a character flaw. If you're a Cowboys fan. And the reason I say
I was born with a character flaw.
If you're not from Texas, what are you rooting for that Cowboys for? Yeah. Because the whole thing is you're not from there. I said the same thing when I was at the parade. I went to the parade. Yeah. When I was at the parade I'm home right now, and I'm enjoying this parade. Mm. And everybody that says they're a Dallas Cowboy fan, if you haven't been to a parade, miss me with that. Because you're just visiting at that point. It's not your home team.
So you were actually at the parade.
I went to the parade, yes. I drove up the next day after we won, and I was 3 hours into my trip, and I realized when he said that the parade was on Thursday. I was like, all right, so I got to chill out for 2 days. Uh-huh. So I chilled out with family for 2 days. Got up at 5:30 in the morning.
You did?
Yeah. Took the train over. Got a good spot. I was at Sampson, Broadway and Sampson. Broad and Sampson. Yeah. And it was going.
Was it worth it?
Man, it was cold as I don't know what. But me and the 3 million other people that were there, it was well worth it, man. It was an experience you can't even.
Was it really 3 million people there?
Yeah, they said 700,000, but that was 700,000 at the art museum.
I mean, because when I was looking
at all the way down Broad Street, I mean, it was wall to wall people. All right.
Well, because when I looked at the video footage, it still seemed like the Cleveland Cavs parade was a lot bigger.
Nah. Well, see, here's the thing: that the parade route was longer than it was for the Phillies, and the Phillies had 2 million. Yeah. So if you condense all those people in together, and you say, "Wow, it looks like it was more," but you got to figure it went way more blocks. Like it started down at
there's also a lot more Eagles fans than Phillies fans too.
It started at the stadium, so it went from the stadium all the way to the art museum. That's a lot of miles.
That's a 6-7 mile.
So I mean, you got to look. I mean, that's So
where the Cavaliers just went around the stadium.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm elated, man. I still get people arguing with me on the phone. They're like, "Dude, it's over." I'm like, "No, it's not."
No, you get another 11 months of this.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we can't really talk.
I mean,
until you're officially eliminated from the playoffs next year, you could talk smack.
God forbid we go back to back. I'm going to be unreasonably arrogant. But you're saying it's not going to happen. But here's the thing. I know who won't be in the Super Bowl next year. All right, so.
Yeah, Nick Foles.
No. Let's just say the Cowboys won't be in the Super Bowl next year. I don't know.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. I'm spitting facts today, man.
That's not a fact.
Any Cowboy fan that disagree with me, come hit me up.
206-1070, 800-668-1070. He's purely speculating right now.
Just facts, man. I'm just speaking facts.
All right. You got Carson Wentz coming back. We don't know if he's going to be 100% coming off that ACL.
Probably not.
All right. You keep or you trade Nick Foles?
This is an argument I had the other day. I believe that what the Eagles are going to set up to do is if a team comes with a deal that's just that they can't refuse. Like if somebody gives up like 2 number ones or number one,
not
2 number twos,
Nick
or something.
Foles.
Listen, dude. Let me hold on. So let me before we answer this question. All right. You never thought, okay, so the Minnesota Vikings go into their season 2 years ago, and Teddy Bridgewater gets hurt.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater goes out with a catastrophic knee injury.
Yes.
They gave us a first-round draft pick for
Bradford.
For Sam Bradford, right?
But he's a former number 1 pick.
I don't care. We seen Sam Bradford. That dude has been 500 his whole life. He can start out 8-0 and finish 8-8. Like, right. That's what Sam Bradford's going to give you, right?
You're right?
So they gave us a first-round draft pick. Here's the crazy part about it. They give us a first-round draft pick. We draft Derek Barnett with that pick, number 15 pick overall, right?
Yep.
When we played the Vikings this year, and we went tied up 7-7, they were on a 20-yard line going in for a score. Guess who stripped the ball? Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett. So don't say it's not possible because you might have a team that goes into the season with a quarterback that they think is their shot.
Yeah.
And then something happens in preseason and they give us that trade that we were looking for.
If that does happen, it's going to be after the dust settles on the free agent market and the draft. Because
but
you look at the quarterback market this year, it's insane.
So what I'm thinking is that, maybe if we traded him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about Nate Sudfeld.
Nobody does. They never gave him the opportunity.
But they didn't know anything about Jimmy Garoppolo either when he did it.
But
and then he went in and went 3-1.
They had Sudfeld actually rated above Nick Foles at one point.
Yeah, that's stupid fans. That's stupid fans, man.
That was on the depth chart.
Yeah, that's stupid fans, man. That's what that is, man. That's people being scared, man.
All right, maybe. All right. Yeah, like Buffalo when they pulled Tyrod Taylor for one game and that Peterman guy goes in and throws 6 interceptions.
Exactly. Somebody said, when has this ever happened where a backup quarterback won a Super Bowl and then he didn't start the next year? I was like, Jeff Hostetler? Like did you forget that happened? Like, did you forget that happened? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was like when Doug Williams took over his job, like Doug was better. Like, I mean,
and he got the start, and he kept the starting job.
For people that think that Nick Foles is better than Carson Wentz, I will tell you this.
Oh, I don't say that.
I know, but some people do. Well, I'm tell you this. Just look at the games that Nick played, and he did great in the Super Bowl. But just go look at Carson's highlights. Just look at him. Just look at him for this year, and you'll say, "Oh, I see the difference."
Nick Foles cost me $30,000. You know that?
Are you serious?
If he would have not thrown that touchdown at the end of the game, if he would have just handed it off to Blunt or Ajay,
you wanted to cover.
If he would have just handed it off, man, right. I don't care if the Eagles would or how they score, as long as he doesn't throw a touchdown pass, and he throws that touchdown pass, and I went from $30,000 to $200.
You shouldn't have bet against the Eagles, man.
I did. I took him to win. I did. I did. I had him winning the game.
Oh, okay.
It was the FanDuel lineup. I had the perfect lineup.
I got you.
Except you get double points for one guy, and I had Brady instead of Foles, but I had both quarterbacks. Yeah. Oh man, but it sucked. But it was good. I'm happy for you because it increases our rivalry a little bit.
Absolutely.
Now you can talk trash and back it up. Before you couldn't.
I could always talk trash. You know what I mean? But I can talk trash with the best stuff. I can't think the hell thing about the Super Bowl.
We won a championship in 1946.
We had the 1960 championship. It just won a Super Bowl, man. See what I mean? It just won a Super Bowl, but now you have the Super Bowl. The thing about it is like the Cowboys haven't had one since '95. Right. All right. So then I know it's bad. But here's the thing. That's the same thing I would say. Like, why are you bringing that up? But now I have to bring it up because I say, wow.
Where's your eBay plastic championship ring?
I don't have a plastic championship ring.
You gotta get one?
I'm waiting for him to show it so I can put it as my cover photo. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk some more football because we're not done talking Eagles yet. It's Justin J Bliss performing at Vasani's all weekend long. For tickets, log on to Vasani.net or call 941-629-9191. You're with Quinn Dale, who's making his debut at Vasani's this weekend.
Funny dude, man.
Is he?
Hilarious.
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about that next on 1070 NBC Sports. The Larry Timko Show, brought to you in part by Mary Brown's Diner. Welcome back to the Larry Timko Show on 1070 NBC Sports with Eric Andreas and Justin J Bliss in studio performing at Vasani's all weekend long with Quinn Dale. Still some tickets available. Just call 629-9191 or log on to Vasani.net for tickets. Always a good time at the castle and always great food as well. I know we're talking Eagles, but real quick, during our break, we were talking some Philadelphia Phillies. I like the signing of Carlos Santana. I think that helps solidify that lineup a little bit. Moving Rhys Hopkins to the outfield, awesome. You got two guys right there capable of hitting 30 home runs.
Yeah.
I do like Tommy Joseph, even though they put him back on the bench. I guess they're going to try him as a corner outfielder, but he's going to be more of a platoon situation.
Right.
But pitching is the key to winning. And
well, here's the thing. So you talk about pitching. Like we had the best of the best, and it still didn't work. Like we had the
Cliff
four aces.
Lee.
Yeah, we had the four aces, and it still didn't work. Like we couldn't beat the Yankees that year. So my whole thing is this. And I hate using this phrase because it's been used overblown in Philadelphia. Trust the process, right? So I feel like with the Phillies, it's going to be a slower process. Like there's not going to be a microwave championship like they tried to get after 2008. Like they tried to do it in 2010. Like they tried to get it happen again. Yeah. But at 2011,
they spent tons of money doing it.
Right, and it was like you can't emulate what the Yankees do or what the Red Sox do. Yeah. You have to basically build. So right now with Rhys coming up, and you got a couple more pieces, right? Like you got to think about the fact that 2008, that's like 10 years ago. Yeah. And then, you got rid of Rollins, you got rid of like all the people that you had there, and now you're almost starting over again. Yep. But you're almost there. So when I look at what's going on right now, right, you always got to look at what the Braves are doing. You always kind of, and then you say Washington, they're just blowing their chances.
I agree. They're choking it away.
Right. So by the time everybody fizzles out with Washington, right, I'm just saying, Mike Trout probably coming back to Philly. Like it'll be right when the time comes when we're ready to make a move, and Mike Trout will be like, "Yeah, I want to come to Philly."
The thing I kind of see that happening for the fact that he is from Philadelphia. Yep. He grew up a Phillies fan.
Yep.
We know he is a closet Phillies fanatic. You know he's got a jersey hanging in his closet somewhere, even though he's an Angels.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to ask for a trade right away because I see what the Angels are doing. They are putting together a competitive team.
Yeah.
But if they fall flat on their face next year, the next 2 years, I can see Mike Trout saying, hey, you know what? And baseball, Major League Baseball will give that to him because he is the face of baseball.
It's better, and then look at the market, right?
And the market too.
So my whole thing is, it's better to lose at home than to lose somewhere you don't want to be. So I'm not saying he don't want to be there, but dude, his heart is in Philadelphia, man. This dude he is probably one of the float. He's probably on one of the floats at the parade for the Eagles.
He probably was there. You're right. But oh wait, let me get your mic on.
Will they pay him?
Oh, the Phillies?
Oh, the Phillies would pay
absolutely
Mike
pay him.
They have the money to pay him?
Yeah.
$300 million?
$800 million.
That's what's going to be,
it's going to be something crazy.
10% of the franchise.
Here's the thing. Like, as far as market-wise, like Philadelphia will have the opportunity or ability to pay him. They will have the ability to pay him. Yeah. But at what risk, right? Yeah. So it's like if the pitch is in place and then you have that lineup, like you have a 3-4-5 setup where their batters are just kind of like the Yankees this year. Yeah. Like the Yankees lineup this year, now. Like you can have bums in the back of the lineup and still